Alright, what's up guys? We got another mandatory piece of metal for the 23 CRF110. So this fucking thing, 90 bucks. So it's gonna come with two spacers. These are gonna go in the back. These two guys are gonna go up in the front. And you're gonna want these to be facing down on the bottom. You definitely don't want these hanging on the bottom of the skid plate for obvious reasons. You go over a rock, log, this thing's gonna either rip right out or it's just gonna fuck up the hardware, make it really hard to get it out. So this also comes with a bracket too. So I already installed the bracket because I was in the middle of making a video and got interrupted. Basically, the bracket's gonna go up underneath here. They give you an extra bolt up here. So you're gonna take that 8mm, take the 8mm out, put in the new one. The new one's gonna go into the plastic piece, into the engine block. And then the bottom one, you're gonna put this rod through. So I'm gonna feed it through. And with this bracket, you gotta really finagle the bagel with it. So I can't really see it too much, so we'll go to the other side. And we grab our 10mm. Alright, so if you look over here, you'll see that this bracket has a dowel pin on it. So this side itself, you're gonna have to bend outwards a little bit. And if you don't wanna do that, you can take the exhaust off, it'll be a little bit easier. I think it's a little overkill, but that dowel pin goes in the hole that's already, comes out of the factory like that. So you don't have to drill anything, which is cool. But once you finagle it in there, you take this bolt. In my situation I'm dealing with right now, kind of bent it outwards a little too much because I already installed it, had the redo my shift shaft. That was fun. Definitely not making a video on that one. But yeah, when you bend it out, even if you bend it out a little too much, it's not a big deal because this bolt on the bottom, it's just gonna suck it right in. So let's see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this wrench on the opposite side. So I'm gonna give it a good old reach around. Make sure I'm on there. Hold on. Oh, I'm on it. I'm just gonna tighten this nut that's loose. This makes it much easier. So I'm gonna make sure to keep an eye on that dowel. So I'm gonna slowly go in. And that went in perfectly. You want to be on this side because if that dowel pin jumps when you tighten this up, it's just going to keep sucking the plate in. So I leave it a little loose just to give myself some wiggle room to mount the bottom plate. So I've done this two different ways. You can either start from the front, which would mean you gotta hold it. It'd be nice if you can put a piece of wood underneath here or get like a jack, kind of hold it up. But I don't think you really need to do that. What we're installing with these is it gonna be a 13 and it's gonna be a T40 Torx bit. So like I said, you're gonna have these facing down. And we're gonna work on the right side first in terms of bolts. Because if you end up putting in the left side, the one that's closest to you, it makes it harder to reach, almost nearly impossible. So like right now I can stick my hand underneath there very easily. I've tried it from the back end portion. It's just not fun. So I'm just catching a couple threads, just enough to hold it. And same for this one. I'm gonna come up underneath here. Catch a couple threads. Ah, shit. And before you put this plate on, almost forgot. Underneath. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna take the phone off of this one. I missed a very crucial part. So, you got your pegs here. There's a bracket for this. So you have 2 bolts in the rear and 2 bolts in the front. I've already taken mine out, but you're gonna take a 12 millimeter socket, drop those out. I mean, shit, you could even do it with the plate like this. I could reach in there and pull them out. So you're gonna drop those out. You won't need those anymore. And yeah, definitely want to do that before you go any farther. So we'll continue on here. So we're gonna, like I said, go from the bottom up. Catch a couple threads. Very good. And then bottom bracket. I know you guys can't really see this all too well. Let's see if I can get some light underneath there. Last time I put these in, I started from the back and worked my way up to the front. It's so much harder. So you're gonna have a spacer in one hand and the bolt in one hand. I mean the bolt in the other. So spacer on top, bolt on the bottom, and you get kind of look up in there. We're gonna do the same thing. We're just catching a couple threads. Couple threads so it doesn't fall out. Perfect. All right. And then this next part, we're gonna kind of fiddle fuck our fingers in here. See how all the other bolts are in? This should line up perfectly. I don't know if you can see directly in there. So I'm gonna look from the back end. See where I push up from. And then we're in there. Kind of feel around, kind of wiggle the bolt around and catch a few threads on this too. And bam! Got all those in. Good. All right, so we're switching up a little bit here. So what we're gonna do is, well, fucking up big time today. Jeez. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a ratchet, or an impact, or whatever you got that turns a goddamn socket and wrench. So I'm gonna take my T40 hex head and my 13, which is right here, and we're gonna go in here. Try to play around a little bit. Same method. We're gonna work from the right side farthest away from you first. Oh, I'm spinning. That's good. And then got one right next to us right here. If you're having trouble fitting a wrench in, you can take your Torx bit and use that to kind of spin it around until it locks in. I can't really see shit, so hold on, kind of blocked off. Can we get it? Can we get it? No, we can't. All right, good. We're on. So that's good. That's tightened down. So the two front ones are tightened down. And last but not least, the back two. Easy, easy. See if, oh, underneath. That one's good. Oh, fucker. I gotta move my bike a little bit. Can't really lean it over. I have it sitting up against the stand. So I'm gonna jump around to all four of the bottom bolts. Just try your best not to strip them out, because that would suck. I mean, cross thread's a tight thread, right? I'm just gonna go up to the front ones, just double check those one more time. You don't really have to, but it's a good habit to get into. Go back in. See, this one's tough. It's a little tough. See if I can get underneath. Nope. So, if I were to go back and do anything, what I would do is I would just keep this lightly threaded like before, like just catch a couple threads, tighten down the bottom ones, and then do the front ones. So we're good. So the bottom four bolts are all set. Those are in there. Spacers are in there. Definitely want those. The 110s are unstable enough for a grown-ass person on it. And obviously, you know, double check your bar that's right here. Take a quick look at your dowel. Everything's good. Make sure you're not rubbing on anything. Make sure you don't leave a tool in there. Done that before. It's not fun. But, pretty straightforward. I didn't really see much online for 110s. Got a little tricky with the bracket. But figure I'd throw this out there and, you know, hopefully help somebody out. But yeah, like I said, Tusk skid plate, $90, Amazon. It's worth it. Side note too, this noise plate is a little noisy. Just a little noisy. You'll definitely notice a difference once you start riding. It's not bad. Maybe I can get some foam, some insulation foam to put underneath it, but it's not the end of the world. But that's it. It's a wrap. It's done. It's officially done. So today I got the skid plate back on. I'm gonna get a new shifter. Got my shift shaft brace. Got my new shift shaft seal. New shift shaft itself. Everything's all adjusted, tuned up, and ready to fucking rip. But thanks for watching. Hope this video helped you out. And yeah, have a good one.